Let's go, number one. Okay, so let's just go with the first one. They sell you results that you're just never going to keep. Okay, so if they're promising you 10 kilograms in 10 days, forget it. If you think you're going to lose 10k in 10 days, and then on day 20 you're still 10k down, forget it. It's just not going to happen. Because all those quick fix pills, teas, potions, lotions, they're draining water, they're dehydrating you, they're getting everything out of your system to make you lose weight, and as a boxing coach, I see this, especially with the water side of it all the time, or did do when I was more involved in it. You drop a few pounds, of course you do, but most of it's water weight, and it just comes straight back on, so why would you do that? Real weight loss, it takes structure, it takes motivation, it takes discipline, education, definitely not starvation and sitting there having a week of green teas. Why would you do that? A guy that trained me used to say constantly, life's for living. So if you're training hard enough, if you're exercising hard enough, then you can live it, go and eat what you want because you're training hard enough to overcome that. Listen, here we rebuild habits, not hype. So, fat loss is easy. It is, but keeping it off, that definitely, that's the hard bit. Go online, look at the influencers, you look at you've got this guy shredded to bits. He's got muscles on muscles, he's like, absolutely enormous. And you think, geez, but, or you've got women that are just figures to die for and whatever, but all the times of training these guys, the guys that they're all on something, half on something, look at the influencers that have died over the last couple of years of heart attacks, found dead in his flat, and they look like they could run a marathon. They couldn't run to the bloody bus. Come on, let's get real. You've got women that are sitting there just not eating anything, nothing. I've had them in the gym sitting there, weighing their bloody food. He's got 50 grams of this and 20 grams of that. They can't eat any more because they've already gone over their quota. What a life to live. I get it. They want to see a certain figure. They want to aesthetically. They want to look good. Of course, I get it. But what an extreme to take it to. And let's get back to you guys. Okay, so you've got to live a real life. It's impossible. Possible bodies makes normal people feel like they're just bloody failures for being human. You can't do that. You've got to stop comparing yourself to that. You just can't keep rolling that on. Equipment, why do you need fancy equipment? You don't need fancy equipment. You need consistency. You don't need a 2,000 quid treadmill. You don't need a dozen kettlebells. You don't need. We get away here with an empty bar and a couple of bits and pieces, but generally, you use the mountainside. Go for a walk. If you're serious about starting off any fitness regime at all, go for a walk. Do some press-ups, do some sit-ups, do some body weight exercises. Just get a real basic plan together. And coupled with a half-decent eating plan, that's good enough. That's good enough. The internet, just makes you scared to eat. 1 minute it's cut out carbs. Look at the diet side of it. Cut outside. Don't eat fats. Only eat fats. Eat carbs. Don't eat carbs. 1 meal a day. Eat the carnivore diet. Where are you getting? Where can you sit there and take this on board and go, well, this is working. Let's get one thing right. Every diet works. Every one. Why? It works because every diet involves you cutting out something of what you're already eating. If you're on the cabbage soup diet, that was big back in the day. And everybody's going, oh my God, I've lost this, I've lost that. Of course you've lost that. You're only eating cabbage. You haven't gone down the road and had your kebabs, 10 pints of Stella. Of course you're going to lose weight. I'm on the 1 meal a day diet. Of course you're going to lose weight. You've been eating 5 meals a day. Of course you're going to lose weight. Listen, the only diet is a good, healthy, balanced, clean diet with carbs in, calories in, calories out, and once that's balanced, fine. And it's all down to the type of food you're eating. What do you want, 1,000 calories of Mars bars or 1,000 calories of fruit and veg? Because I know one thing, you wouldn't eat 1,000 calories of fruit and veg too quickly. There'd be too much of it. That's the difference. You should only have to count calories when you're eating rubbish. When you're eating clean, you just don't need to do it. You don't.